following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Hello. This is awkward. You probably know me by now if everything has gone according to my exacting and complicated plan. I am your father, Dr. Destructo. If everything has gone according to my plan, you will already know this. Yes, I do know this. What is this? But however, due to matters completely within my control, but sadly neglected for more important things, I am about to die. Radiation poisoning, you see. Not enough shielding on the old reactor. You don't think about these things, when you're trying to save the world. Anyway, you should barely have noticed my absence, except I'm going to seem really distant, because as much as I can record as many videos to cover every possible contingency, you will no doubt do things outside of those contingencies. In fact, I'm counting on it. If you just let the computer take its course, I've accounted for every possible variable that people in the world will take, and my plans will adapt automatically based on that. It should finish development of what I'm hoping will be something approaching a Hell-class robot sometime around the late 90s. If this is so, I want you to do as they say. Up until the point when you reach adulthood, in which case I want you to just try and let them carry on with my plans, but otherwise just don't antagonize them. They have a hard job. I can only imagine what you're going to turn out to be. You weren't in the past of my present, of course. You weren't born until I got back here. I wish you could have known your mother. She was a woman. You, of course, are also going to be one. And you're going to, someday, notice boys. If that has already happened, forward wind to this tape. Boys are part of the dimorphic species of man. I'm not going to explain that here. This is film and it's expensive, and I'm not made of money. I'm made of rapidly deteriorating cells. I think we called you Diana. The hubris of that. Someday you will have to carry on my work of ruling the world. The people will need a visible monarch. You must teach the people of Earth humility, bravery, morality, dignity. Try not to be too overbearing. Remember to only kill when you need to kill. And do not spare those who oppose you. It shows a sign of weakness. I have probably already pseudo-told you of the time I came from and the dire straits of humanity, and why I needed to come back and rule it. What I didn't tell you was that there are other possible threats. I'd ask you to look it up, but you won't be able to find any information on it. All the information you need has been prepared. In addition to my program for running the domination campaign of the world, complete with built-in hero-thwarting moments to build up the public confidence in superheroes. Very important, them. Keep them around. You'll need them in the future. I have also been working on an elaborate and complicated program of me. All of my collected knowledge, the collected knowledge of the entirety of humankind, the wisdom, learning, philosophy, will be made available to you in a separate but analogous cavern to this one. I hope you will use it properly. It will guide you through the troubling times to come. Unless you're already past those troubling times, in which case, oops. It is my hope that you will live as normal a life as possible for a tyrannical despot to live. If that has not yet come to pass by the time you're watching this, then just try to let the machines do their job. Maybe help them a bit. Human creativity is something that quite escapes machines. Well, I'm feeling a little tired now, so I'll finish recording this a bit later on, after I've had a rest, I think. I love you, Diana. And it stops. That's a hell of a thing.
I'll hug her.
Go. Slap. What?
Corner.
Yeah, just point to the main direction.
A corner.
But don't say anything because... This is interesting.
How much has he... Did you ever find out about the future?
I knew he was from the future.
And that was it?
That is all. I knew that there's something terrible there that had to be avoided, which is why he had to be a supervillain. And that he is dead. Which means my whole life is a lie.
This other cavern, I hope it's not the one that was...
The one that was...
next door. With the rocket ship in it.
Oh, no, that's part of the same cavern. There must be another one somewhere else.
I said it was adjoining, so...
Analogous.
So
similar,
somewhere.
but not necessarily in the same place. It could be on the opposite side of the base.
Do you wish to find this other room?
And sure I will in time.
Would you like us to help?
Have you known about this?
Of course.
Turn around.
Hi, Diablo. And Satan.
Mm.
And another robot you don't know what is. And you have been lying to me.
It was part of the program, Doctor.
I want you to take my friends back to their home. Back to America.
Of course, Doctor.
Diana.
And I wish to go see my father.
That was always allowed.
We need to go home, that's right, but we also need to solve this bomb as well.
I will work on it.
I would like to help you.
I have much to work through, and you have little time to waste with me. I will see you
It's not a what
later.
waste.
In America. But I think I will need to be alone.
You are never alone.
Quite. I will be alright. It is not like I ever knew him.
Sorry.
You did not do it. You don't know that.
Wait, what?
How do you know she didn't slide backwards in time and crack some containment on something radioactive? You know, defeat the evil supervillain before he gets started sort of thing. You don't know that.
What?
Good point. Perhaps you did not do it. But most likely did not.
Oh, not so bad about being right about something.
From the corner.
Are you sure you don't want to do your little iron right dance with wriggling your bum around in that?
You should do it. After all, you were right, and we were all wrong. This is not a thing that happens.
I take no joy in this.
I felt right.
I'm gonna miss you, Diana.
I will see you again. I'm not needed to replace my father.
Not yet.
So, strictly speaking, my life is my own for the first time.
And you're choosing to set us away from you.
I'm choosing to return you to America, which is what you wanted.
At one
Which is
point, yes.
You cannot stay here. You are a superhero. Apparently. Your people need you.
We need to go back, but we also need to solve this as well. And knowing you're here, I know you'll help us.
Is there any way you two can collaborate over the distance?
No such way. You have your own
With all
problems.
this technology, you can't just communicate?
It is not wise.
If
Oh, if somebody intercepted any signals.
if someone's
Yeah,
watching
never mind.
my computers, which is quite likely, my stuff gets looked at a lot because they already know I've been talking to Empress. And if they haven't figured out who Empress is by now,
Let's not forget you've got to send that data back to Black.
I could. Sorry,
You've got to send that data back that he wants about the virus.
no, that's all internal. I can actually go to his computer if I wish to,
Yeah,
but I can do that from the city.
yeah. That's what don't forget that's something we have to do. Which I think is another reason why Diana's probably right. We need to go back.
So much needs done.
Then you should go do it. You are hero of the people. I am future supervillain. I told you.
If you can find those recordings of what happened, please let us know if there's anything we can help that we can make you less of a villain, please.
Things will proceed as my father has outlined, according to his plan, without my help or interference, as they have apparently proceeded for 17 years.
I do have an idea, but I don't. You know how this works better than I do because it's to do with you. What if you made a backup here and now?
What do you mean?
Well, then if something happened, wouldn't you instantly come back to this location?
Instantly speaking, so, I looked into X-Tree, the program. It functions just like a game, which means if you change form or drop out of X-Tree, the backup goes away.
You did say that for a start, but we made that exception for this to work that way.
Yeah, but you can only have one backup point at a time.
But, yeah,
one backup
that's
point,
one backup
yeah.
time. That's exactly what I knew. That's what we do. I wasn't planning on having.
Sorry, I think we called it a system restore point.
Yes, restore.
You can only have one system restore point.
Yes, and it doesn't last forever because of the corruption.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. But I just want to make you aware that, like...
Yeah, no, I knew that.
But otherwise, yes, that might work.
I could leave it back up here, but the problem with that is it's me now. So everything I've learned. So say I die a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now. I lose
Anything that has
all
happened
of that.
is gone.
So there must be no point because you wouldn't have anything you could pass on, or if she needed you, you'd have a big.
I can
Don't do all your work or anything.
It's a weird one because I remember some things, but not all things in a game. The longer it would be, I'm assuming that it would be maybe corruption. Like when it's only been a short period of time, I remember exactly what happened.
And if there's corruption, could that permanently affect your mind?
More than already, probably.
Yeah.
It's something I haven't tried, but
Well, I mean, you if thinking about it, if you waited months and months and months and months and then reverted back, you could end up in some position where you've basically got some kind of digital equivalent of dementia or Alzheimer's because there's been so much degradation.
Yes.
And you might never get that back.
Yes, that's why I couldn't do it.
Okay, never mind, scratch that. I suppose you can always get your sister self if things are really dire to get back here.
There's...
I have made the arrangements. Thank you. Well, goodbye, friends. I will see you again.
Here, I want you to have this.
Football. Thank you.
Oh,
the
last of the
ice
ice cream.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's in a tub, isn't
It's a
it?
tub, yeah. It was. I think it's more one. Isn't it one of those square-like
Yes.
boxes? Those
Yes.
cube boxes, I should say. Yeah.
It's in. Thank you. Would you like to say goodbye to the ice cream?
Buy ice cream.
Bars.
You're in better hands than mine.
Goodbye for now.
I'll hug her. I will
She's
miss
gonna
you.
have ice cream all over her tits.
Good luck with the horrible mess that is America.
Thank you. I'll do my best. We'll do our best. Good luck with this. You know how to get in contact with me if you need to.
Yes, I do.
And even if you just want to talk.
I understand.
We should probably go before this gets any more difficult, or you'll never want to leave. Come on.
You are taken from this place by the robots and packed into a windowless metal cube.
Oh no.
And then it shakes around a bit and you feel like you're being lofted through the air. Carried, I should say. Some time passes. You could say that. And you end up with the box being opened in a sunny, well-lit place. Oh, nature. Oh, grass.
So bright. Just being in that cube.
Where are we?
You are in America, as requested.
Okay.
Which,
We're in America.
You are in the northern state of Wisconsin.
oh. We gotta get all the way back home.
No one specified where to put you. This will keep you out of trouble for a while.
Thank you.
I do as instructed.
Ah!
Right. We need to find a town, find a phone.
I'll thumb us a ride.
Svetlana gets to ride up in the front cab. You guys have to stay in the back with the pig.
Yeah,
You know how it goes.
we know how it
Yeah.
goes. Scoot over a bit closer here.
Hey, you're real pretty. Can I cuddle your tits? No.
Ooh, how's this work? Oh, really? They set it up that way?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
oh, good. It's doing that again. Guessing it's not connecting properly to my app because the app is not open.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this does this now. Anyway, punish.
Wait, what?
Looking ahead.
What?
So, where are you from?
Nevada.
You're a long way from home, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You got some strange friends.
What, the Native American friend and the...
The spirit of the pig is clever, I can tell.
Would you leave it alone?
It wants company. Trust me, I know these things.
Oh, Agatha's with us, I take it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that girl back there a superhero?
What makes you say that?
Generally don't see women look like her.
She's Welsh.
Oh, well.
Shoo! I ain't never met anyone from Welshland.
Wales.
Wales are from Welshland? Oh my God! Learn something every day. I'm gonna tell Pa that. Wait, why am I getting more southern? I'm from Wisconsin. I need to be more Warsh-like. There we go. That's more Wisconsin. Well, here you are in town.
Thank you.
It's a quiet little place. We've got an inn over there. There's one of our many bars. Okay. Oh, there's the feed store. There's another bar. Oh, there's the liquor store.
Uh-huh.
Drugstore next door to that, of course. There's the town council building, bar. Of the 50 drunkest counties in America, 48 of them are in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Well, not surprised.
I could be wrong on the exact. It's 40 something, and I think it was 48.
It's the majority of them anyway.
This explains Mike.
That's why I'm like, why am I not surprised?
Well, we got a lot of beer over here, and he's drinking. Oh, there's the brewery, the ale house, and the longhouse. And, of course, there's the church. Lots of beer in there. The body of Christ. Bloop. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of the Eucharist.
I think we'll just go to the inn, yes?
We're on the back, we can't hear.
Oh. I'll lean out the window then and be like, Driver says there's an inn just over there.
We need a payphone.
Okay, do you know if there's any payphones around?
Oh, sure. There's one over there by the bar.
Thank you. There's one by the bar.
Yep. I'll make my way over to the payphone.
No, the other bar.
I'll make my way over to the payphone.
The payphone has a sign hanging off it that says closed by order of FEMA.
What?
You know who FEMA is?
Yeah. Why is this? I'll pick it up.
FEMA hotline. I've got another hang-up. Dispatch the FBI.
Okay, the phone's out of order by FEMA.
being run by bones. Okay.
FEMA, not femur.
Oh,
We need to do. See if we can borrow a phone.
I have to pee.
well,
You should have gone before we left the island of the supervillain.
plenty of bars and
I
ale
don't.
houses and...
I don't drink. You know that.
No, but they all have
They're
bathrooms.
probably going to say paying customers only.
I mean, we've got
Then
no.
get a Coke.
We've got no money.
You're right. You will walk into a bar.
We've got no money.
He comes back out. Apparently, I can't be a customer unless I'm wearing a mask and gloves and can prove that I've had my vaccinations.
You what?
I can't be a customer.
I don't know. I heard what you said. Why do you need these things?
Because they said. And it's their bar. I wish whoever's playing that spooky piano would stop. What, y'all don't hear that?
No, I can hear that.
Okay, so none of us have any money.
I never said that.
Have
Oh,
you
I have
money?
something better than money. I have these. Huh?
Beads.
Clom peaks. They have many different uses.
Is one of those uses currency?
Who knows? Let's find out. He walks into another bar.
This will be interesting.
He doesn't come back out again.
Huh. How long? He just doesn't.
You wait like 5 minutes.
Okay.
He should have been out by
We
now.
should go see how he's going.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
You walk into the bar, decorated with the mascot of what looks like some spooky ghosts.
Look around for.
He's
What
over
about?
there by the bar. He has a tall glass of Coca-Cola in front of him. A bunch of like good old boys are sitting around polishing their shotguns, looking at you guys come in.
Howdy.
Well, we got a glowy Fed type here.
Huh?
You don't come. We don't do howdy around here, you Fed. Wait, where's the narc? That's the narc there.
Well, I just said howdy.
Yeah, try. That's like the hey fellow kids, isn't it?
What? No, I'm not from here.
Yeah,
but
we can tell.
I'm from Nevada.
Really,
Yeah.
Nevada,
Yes.
powerful evil place.
Possibly.
Why would you say that?
Government's fully on fascist patrol down there. Threw away the Constitution. Took-
What?
Same government that took away our rights to marry our cousins and.
What's this world coming to?
I was hoping, can I borrow a phone?
Nope, government's locked all the phones down. We
What?
use carrier pigeons.
What about transport? Anything heading towards...
Yeah, you may be able to catch a ride or buy a car or something.
Is there anywhere where the phone isn't locked down? Do you know?
I don't know. Anything on the national grid's going to be controlled and monitored. Maybe the government office has something. We don't like them. Hey, Svetlana, you guys, come over. Apparently my Clum Peak's worth a lot of money.
How much did you get for it?
I got this drink and 500 American dollars.
That'll be handy.
Guy polishing the shotgun's just like, I'm telling you, you got ripped off. In a desperate situation, clearly.
But you could have got more.
Oh yeah, Clum Peak like that.
Have you got more of them?
Around here, government took them all.
No,
Said
they-
only the vaccinated are allowed Clum Peaks.
I mean, Wakanda. You
Clum Peak vaccination. This is an American right. The founding fathers enshrined the Clum Peak rights in the Constitution, Fourth Amendment. Citizens shall not be forced to quarter. It naturally implies that the government cannot seize your privately held Clum Peaks. Ask Clarence Thomas.
Just expecting outside of the town centre to be this image of a whole bunch of guys planting a clomp together.
I thought you were going to say having a clomp.
Having a clomp.
They're little sticks.
I know.
They have many different uses.
Do you have any more of them, Wakan?
Yes, I have one more.
We should sell it somewhere where we could get more for it. But 500's a good start.
We need to get that phone.
I also picked up these copies of the newspaper here.
Oh,
Both kinds.
you wonderful man. Hey, they're from our neck of the woods.
That's where I got them.
Oh no, Goliath died of... Well, okay, this is the Cold Rocks Post, Thursday the 29th of August, 2013. Goliath died of Genova by Gwyneth Holtz. Working at an archaeological dig in the valley of Elah, Bible experts have come up with an interesting theory concerning the death of Goliath, hulking giant of the Philistines who fought David in one-on-one combat. Though he did have severe head trauma and neck problems, his death is now being counted as a Genova death. Well, we didn't test him per se. He exhibited a lot of the symptoms of Genova, said one Bible scholar as he carefully worked to unearth some ancient face masks from Bible times. The wooziness, the falling down, the headache, it's all pretty clearly indicative of the new virus. He also stated that the virus ran rampant amongst the Philistines because they did not social distance, while Israel was relatively safe because King Saul declared a lockdown. One researcher suggested that Goliath did not die of Genova, but simply OD'd, having been stoned. God damn it. But then the other researchers realised he was telling a dad joke and told him to shut up and keep digging. At publishing time, scholars had proposed that everyone who died in the flood, the Israelite conquest of Canaan, and the flattening of Sodom and Gomorrah also died of Genova. What the hell?
A breakdown of society.
What? I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
By P. Bismuth Smythe. Once was a time in the halcyon days of the past when it would be unthinkable to resort to outright violence over so simple a thing as a new chemical. I, of course, do not refer back to the rough and tumble days of the Wild West nor the unrest of the 60s and 70s, but rather the perfect period of the 30s to the 50s. But now a corporation and its employees developed a vaccine for a mysterious illness that the same company claims to I lost it. Sorry, to not understand at all. This civility compelled to violence over it, for no justification at all, it seems. In the good old days of the past, if the government rolled out the National Guard supplied with all the free vaccines to a deadly illness to vaccinate every resident of the Chesterfield district, they would have been met with open arms, not irrational violence. But it seemed that is what they got this time. As the National Guard arrived and began deploying doses of Lizer vaccine.
It sounds a bit like Pizer.
Yeah, Lizer vaccine to children, still children and adults of the district. Entering people's homes to make sure that they are not left out. People began to riot over nothing. The upshot is that many residents were injured and some shot, but all detainees were still granted their vaccine. Pure generosity and benevolence from our government to the ungrateful masses.
Nerd terrorist campaigns for dead man by Lannis Feld. That nobody, Lyle Lowell, should still be in prison for the insurrection loosely disguised as an archaeologist convention. Instead, the traitor roams the streets demanding money for search efforts for his dead friend, Xander Magruder. Oh, Lyle loves you. His search efforts are called off by the government, and rightly so. The scammer tries to raise money to keep looking. If Xander Magruder is so great, why can't he save himself? There's a picture of him with terrorist written underneath.
Oh, Lyle is looking good.
He's thinned up a bit.
He is thinned up a bit.
I wonder, he must be getting some exercise from somewhere. Can't imagine what.
Prison.
Prison.
He's been in prison for months.
Conjugal visits there.
He's not married.
You have to be married for that?
In Nevada.
Oh.
Wait, am I conflating that? Isn't like the conjugal visit actually a complete misnomer everywhere except one state?
Oh, it's one of those things that's like, it's only like in one or two states, but they act like it in TV and movies, they act like it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Great. Now I have to look it up.
Oh, crap. For Ethan Williams.
Ah, shit, here we go.
With tourists being let back out on the streets thanks to legal trickery and fiddling rules, the crap stood by and didn't blow them all away. With their record of accidents and mishaps, it would have been easy to claim a misfire or something. But no, the one time people really want the crap to screw up, they're golden. Oh crap.
Harsh Winter Deadly to Californians by Mitchell Garrett. A recently published study presented a worrying statistic regarding the masses of Californians migrating to other states. The study finds 92% of those fleeing the Golden State don't survive the first winter. The study, funded by the Institute for Funding Studies, also revealed those 8% who were lucky enough to survive the harsh winter months did so by huddling in makeshift shelters near Whataburgers. Forensic data gathered for the study indicated that Californians struggled to adapt to a world lacking vegan menus, celebrities, and warning stickers. It felt so liberating at first seeing gas prices below $10, said a lucky survivor mustering the energy to be interviewed. But there were no warning labels plastered to the gas pumps, card reader, gas handle, gas spout, or gas trigger. I was unable to find my Prius. It went downhill from there. Charitable organizations have struggled to meet the needs of Californians fleeing record taxes, restrictive government overreach, and broken infrastructure. Groups such as the Salvation Army, Habitat for Hummus, and Benedicts Without Borders are seeking donations and volunteers to help the hundreds of thousands of refugees unable to survive in the real world.
Democrats introduced a new bill ahead of midterms. Jenna McDouglas. With midterm elections fast approaching, Democrats are rushing to pass key elements of their legislative agenda before they're voted out of office in November. To serve that goal, Democrats proudly unveiled the raise gas prices even higher and make more kids trains bill on the steps of the Capitol this morning. We are very proud of this bill, as it shows the American people that their priorities match our priorities, which are to raise gas prices to at least $15 per gallon and make all kids change their genders with puberty blockers and surgery, said Senator Chuck Schumer. This is what the American people want. These are the issues families sitting at the kitchen table every night are concerned about. This is why we were sent here. Let's get it done. A few Democrats objected to the bill, insisting that $100 billion more for Ukraine, tax increases, and more booster shots also be added to the legislation. If we don't pass this bill, democracy will be destroyed forever, warned Schemer. Also, please donate to my re-election campaign. At publishing time, AOC proposed additional amendments to add 32 Supreme Court justices and make tiered crews illegal.
I'll do the next two because the next one's very short. Crime Watch by Pelham Fullgreen. Riots continue at lower scale across MLK Road and Charleston. Robberies of pharmacies continue. City Hall has signalled increased police presence near such facilities, and residents continue to forget their masks across the commercial districts. And then there's also Tollmart now requires all shoppers to wear pants by Eric Rosarios. In a move that's being called unprecedented tyranny, Tollmart is now requiring all shoppers to wear pants in their stores. Americans everywhere slammed Tollmart for their move, saying it amounted to an infringement on our constitutional rights. I thought this was America, said one man as a greeter asked him to please put on some sweatpants or something before coming into the store. It's my constitutional right to go to Tollmart and shop for random stuff at 3 a.m. wearing nothing but some boxers and a giant Tweety Bird t-shirt I got in the 80s. Look, we don't think it's too much to ask, said a Tollmart spokesman. Just throw on some sweats, pajama bottoms, or whatever. This is for the health and mental safety of our employees. For the love of God, take a shower once in a while, you know? Shirts will remain optional. Uh-oh.
Yep, Paracorps spotted in the United Kingdom. I need a pound beef. The evil mutants who are bad at the Cold Rock Super Squad, which is the Paracorps without Black Knight, have been spotted saving lives and pies in England recently.
Hey, that's us! That's me!
That's true, you did save those pies.
All of the pies.
What are you talking about? It's a Super Squad, not... We're just...
I mean, that's the news I'm interested in. That's for me, I
Yes.
said. And how?
Yes.
Ooh.
Reports, apparently.
Reports from... See, this is what...
I'm sorry. I'll spell check it when you learn to read.
Well, it's hard for me to learn to read, but I can't spell check it.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yes.
It's a dirty legal issue.
Reports from European correspondents say the Super Squad, with the addition of a woman positively identified as Empress, a terrorist game player who was kidnapped by King Kamehameha. Her freedom from King Kamehameha implies that either she is an evil mutant in league with King Kamehameha, or she abducted Xander Magruder. Here are the people to die wherever they were taken. Reports say
never do that.
Reports say the super team have been saving people on the streets of London to general approval, training at an obstacle course near the secret military facility at Piddington, and foiling super criminals.
Wait, are they just allowed to print to that?
No.
Report on us saving people on the streets of London.
Alright. Here you go, you can have that back.
Okay.
That amused me.
Escapism Now by everybody's favourite reporter name, except for maybe... well, Carla Fuckerknuckle. I think there's one other reporter name that I don't think he's in this, is he?
He's in the other one.
Yeah, who everybody likes.
Elvis Pottinger.
Who's also named after a guy who's an actual politician from here. Anyway, escapism. Okay, follow me here. There's this company called Kronos that makes androids, and they... Hang on. They are sold to people as secretaries, maids, even partners. So someone makes this android called MJF. And it's kind of broken, see? Keeps running its mouth. Anyway, there are a band of anti-android militants called the Liquidators who see robots as a threat to humanity because, as MJF keeps saying, we're better than you, and you know it. What results is a desperate struggle to survive and protect his family from human militants, as we ask ourselves what it means to be alive, and where human rights begin and end. Rated PG Punk for violence. And there's the poster. Better than you! And you know it.
Which did not take a lot of editing from the real movie poster that is, just
It's
called
just
Better
Better
Than You, but just didn't have MJF's face in it.
Yeah,
It's some
and it
woman.
didn't have the and you know
And
it.
yeah. That's the easiest job I've ever had.
Damn. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one before. That's a completely new one to me.
Well, you'll be watching it in Cyberpunk month, so...
Wow.
Which is this month, apparently, because that's just how it's going.
I think That
Yep.
is it, and we're on to the
On the
free
next one, yep.
press.
The free press. The truth shall make ye
Fraps? Is that fraps?
F-R-A-P. Tuesday the 29th of August 2013. High risk of suicide discovered. Bill Cheston. According to a report from the Centers for Disease Control released on Thursday, people were with inside compromising knowledge of Bill and Hillary Clinton's financial and political dealings are 843% more likely to commit suicide. We've never seen a single risk factor cause a spike of this magnitude, a CDC spokesman told reporters. Interestingly, in spite of their increased suicide risk, people with dirt on the Clintons rarely show any warning signs of suicide, and they never leave a suicide note, remarking about how abnormal it is. The spokesman again stressed the significance of data. Therefore, we advise any American with detrimental information about Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, or the Clinton Foundation to forget about it as quickly as possible to avoid a greatly increased possibility of taking your own life, he cautioned. And I swear, that's all we know. Great picture of...
yeah, I was going to say, that's a great picture.
Looks like a snake
But
on there.
don't
Yep.
fuck with me.
Don't know why she's J-Wave. Super Squad seen saving Saxony by Kathy Baxter. England, actually, just London if we're serious about it. The gamer, Soviet, and a woman positively identified as Empress, a video gaming foreigner who was at the archaeologist convention. The team, occasionally seen with an unidentified Indian, in quote marks, in brackets, feather, man, seemed to be taking advantage of England's military training. Drizzling camps and exciting nightlife of crime. Defeating many villains, foiling assassination plots, and earning the grudging respect of the locals, the team had been through... Wait, what? The team had been... Oh, I think that's supposed to be Thought. Thought to have retired after Soviet was blamed for millions of deaths in Global Storm Soviet, the statistics of which do not actually hold up under scrutiny. However, it seems they have instead moved to England. We reached out to the Senate Club Committee. Senate Club Committee? I like the sound of that. It's Club Senators. No, Senate Subcommittee.
So what kind of sandwiches will we be serving at the Senate Club next week? Well, I move that we keep the cucumber ones. Yes, I agree. Let's open it up for a motion, everybody.
Mutant fan. And Senator Hillary Clinton, oh God, gave this statement.
Those villains have made the wise decision to flee to England, hoping to save themselves from justice here. But they are not safe from our research there. They will face justice one day.
Disturbing news indeed. It has yet to be determined what, if anything, Empress has to do with the Super Squad and why she is with them. But here is a picture taken of her furling over in the mud. It was smuggled out of England by a brave reporter, I am told.
Of all the pictures they had to get, it would have to be that one.
The look of determination makes her seem quite fetching, though.
Yes,
That's the
fetching a face full of mud.
Oh dear.
She's not with us though, is she?
Who?
Diana.
Diana.
Yeah? Why do you think I've been doing this?
Wait, she is?
Yeah.
She sat down at the bar like one newspaper ago. She's been commenting. It's sweet, you don't pay attention.
Oh no, I wasn't paying attention, but I thought, I don't know if it was a bit.
Yeah.
And then, okay, hold on, what?
Maybe I should have said in character, it's like, quiet, you're not here.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I thought you were going to pause and just... Diana?
You were expecting the Easter Bunnytas.
No, it's not that time of year.
Oh, hold on. I'll get back to you in a second. I just got to finish this.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I was going to say, you got a big one.
That's what she said.
The next one's not much smaller, so it's like there's no point swapping.
A former slave wedding attended by royalty, Buddy Flash Gibson. Can't believe nobody is covering this, but recently Academy Award winning screenwriter Camille Flange, weird British man Clive. I can't seem to find any reference to the last name here. Odd. Anyway.
He's taking my name. I don't know.
What makes this outstanding is the number of important figures who attended the wedding. St. Elizabeth. What?
God, what is it? Etheldradas? Is that right? Etheldrada?
What?
St. Etheldradas.
Ethelreds.
Ethelreds. Located on
There's an extra A in there.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is?
You just don't say it like that.
Oh, okay.
Saxony.
Located on I Place, Hobson Circus, EC1. This church is not only small but also one of the oldest in London, with parts dating back to the 13th centuries. It's a beautiful example of Gothic architecture and has a unique history. A number of bureaucrats of unknown relevance, Lord Vice Admiral
Atherton, I think it is.
Bigsway of Her Majesty's Royal Navy, Lord Nigel Bigglebottom Adenoid, formerly head of the SAS. It is said Prince Charles and his wife, Lady Diana, His Royal Highness Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, the husband of the Queen, and the Sovereign of the United Kingdom, Defender of the Faculty, Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II herself. Now, why would a list including, but not limited to, the prestigious above attended a tiny church for the wedding of a screenwriter? The heading of the article is your big clue. You see, Camille Flange, now director of, is a mutant and a former slave of the crown, forced to work for Her Majesty's Armed Forces in some capacity which is not clear. She was freed upon her husband to be's request. A most fantastic story then unfolds, for there were other guests there, surprising ones of their paper's exclusive scoop, missing Americans that Miss Flange had a personal hand in recovering. American residents Svetlana Ivanova, Wakan Nighthorse, and Xana Magruder. Who is this woman, and how many lives has she touched in this one act? Their story follows. The ceremony went out with no mutant criminal attack. England is truly a strange place. It's a picture of the blushing bride attended her wedding in some kind of formal military uniform and did not seem best pleased with photographers. Yep.
Official wedding photograph.
Yep.
I have to admit, I thought that whole thing was going to go in a slightly... They actually just told the story that was the truth. I thought they were going to go in the direction of, wait, she's a director. A director of what? She's clearly a film director now, not a screenwriter, which is why she's so important.
Director of what?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Xander Magruder recovered by Albus Pottinger. There he goes.
Everyone loves him.
I'm glad that he wasn't the one killed off.
Wait, you didn't like Randall Randallson?
No, I'm just saying I'm glad it wasn't.
He's been a staple since we
started.
started.
Since the start. He was one of the earliest names.
He was one of the earliest names in the news, and now he's dead. And no, everyone's just like, oh well. Can you help me with my oven mitts?
How else am I supposed to put on my silver poncho?
It's in my room. I could go get it.
The English government plays its cards close to its chest, but one thing they have allowed after photographers caught a snap of him is that they have had a part in rescuing American hero Xander Magruder. According to our sources, the Magruder party were rescued from a small boat adrift in the ocean after the plucky citizen had foiled King Kamehameha. Alongside with his party, Svetlana Ivanova and Wakan Nighthorse then escaped Red Banner Zeppelin common Nazis not once, but twice, and finally catching the notice of a British helicarrier. There were few details, but what we do know seems to indicate that yet again Xander Magruder and co. has foiled yet more forces of shadow, evil and doom. Oh. Senator Hillary Clinton is reported to have a strong reaction upon hearing the news, repeatedly hurling a copy of the Constitution to the ground in anger, stamping her feet. I think it's her feet, her foot. It says 3 times while declaiming, "Curses!
Curses fly on that knave!"
Clearly overcome with emotion, as we all are. American Airlines have been chartered to fly the local hero home.
Oh. One of those American airlines.
They just can't stand up to a destructor bot.
I don't think much can.
Like those old American airplanes from the 50s that could take a little bump without needing to be completely rebuilt.
They were made of like iron and steel, not like modern planes.
Well, you could smoke of those planes.
Made out of aluminium and titanium.
Aluminium's so soft. No wonder the destructor bots just crushed it.
But titanium is a lot harder, so it sort of balances. So it's the same.
Those modern planes with their doors and engines just fall right the fuck off whenever they want
they're
to.
designed to crumple on impact.
Like you smash a big plane to another big plane.
I'm sorry. How much of a big man do you think you are when it's just like, I guess I'm speeding towards the planet Earth. I think I've got a good chance of coming out on top of this one.
Is Genova actually bad or a plot? Kay Linderman. The government has it that Genova is a deadly disease and the lies of vaccine is the only cure, but in actuality you'll be hard pressed to find a case of greying skin or violent mutation before the rollout of the vaccines. Some scientists have reported that the actual Genova virus itself has weakened so much that it is of little risk to the people, but the vaccine is what is causing these symptoms. The same scientists, of particular note Dr. Elena Rutherford, say that it is unusual to the point of impossibility for vaccination campaigns to be carried out during an epidemic. It's also bordering on incredulity.
It's a word.
Yep. She says that this vaccine could be made so quickly. It's almost like this virus was made in a lab along with the vaccine. Almost like I say, because most vaccines actually seem to do something. Stop reinfection, which this does not seem to do. We will continue to monitor the situation.
Oh, out of the way, Svetlana, I will read this one, my precious Alona. Paperback in operation by precious Alona.
Precious.
Some of our reporters are still on the run, feeling hunted by federal agents for daring to tell the truth about Genova, dropping our stories into drop boxes. The paper has only just reopened after FIB agent. Is that a typo? That's great. FIB agent kicked in our doors based on a tip and ransacked the offices, even smashing the presses. Look for subversive information stores. The first amendment you white people cling to is meaningless now. The government is harassing anyone who points out the truth or questions their narrative. The native populations are unvaccinated, and none have showed any signs of Genova. There are questions that need answering. Ask them. Oh, I will. I'll do anything you say, Alona.
Orcs march in mostly peaceful protest.
No. I wrote that one for Ken to read.
Okay.
You have to read that one.
Sure, that one was more calm before us. Orcs march in mostly peaceful protest by E. Morgan, whoever that is. Elspeth M? Is it too obvious? Orcs marched on Minister Earth this morning in a mostly peaceful protest. The rioters marched for peace, justice, and love in a calm, peaceful, orderly gathering outside the city walls. The mostly peaceful protesters launched peaceful... There's a lot of peace in this. Siege projectiles. The city had sent bicycles to more Gondorian soldiers in a demonstration of their love and tolerance. Everything is very calm, very peaceful here, said a reporter from Gondor News Network. It's very tranquil. Just then, an elephant charged right at him and flattened him into limber spread. Nice. Gondor's government was criticised for police brutality when, after a long period of inaction, Rohan's armies finally charged in to break things up. We were just peacefully protesting. Gondor had no right to peacefully protest back, said one orc. 2 of their agents were even having a contest to see how many of us they could kill, and they were killing the majestic, endangered elephants. I'm literally shaking right now.
Mutants by Eric Millard. Mutant crime is spiking, caused by the corporate media, fiery but mostly peaceful protests, but they are crime sprees, riots, and the toll is rising. Property damage in the Cold Rocks is soaring, and the hospitals are refusing to help the injured without Genova vaccine cards. It's getting bad and worse. There's only signs of the federal government is going to crack down harder on ordinary civilians who point out what is happening right in front of them. National Guard rollouts of the so-called vaccine have only made matters worse. We need a hero.
I'm holding up for a hero
There we go.
to the end of the line.
It's like a Subway, but it's a little wider, and it comes with sauce on the meat. Sauce on the meat.
And it's spelled gyro.
Actually, we probably do want the light on.
Yeah, I still need that to see my die. I'm not running a die program.
Yeah, I might as well just leave the light on then.
Quickly pee there. Since we're in the gap.
Oh, hi, Diana.
I think being a public
I
place.
thought you were going to stay behind.
I did.
Well, you